So, and the last chapter of Volume 1, I think, is very instructive, particularly for people here in New York, because it talks about New York City. And it talks about the Irish, and the wave of Irish that comes in mid-19th century comes to New York, and points out and describes how these Irish immigrants are victims of racial oppression in Ireland, and they come here and they become opponents of abolition, supporters of slavery, and viciously anti-white white supremacist opponents of African Americans, right? And he ties it again to the forces that are driving that. New York, people may know, during Civil War, big tie, Fernando Wood wanted to go, the mayor of New York wanted to, align with the southern states, right? And because there was financial interest, right? And he talks about the southern slaveocracy interests and the Catholic Church hierarchy, Irish American establishment, Catholic press, Tammany Hall. These are the forces really driving this, making this force to make these Irish white, right? White. They're victims and vicious opponents of the British, and all of a sudden things are changing here. Okay, so now we go to Volume 2. This is what he called his best work. This is it. It's about 17th century Virginia. This is what he did all that research on. Virginia, founded 1607, Jamestown. Key dates, 1622. We're going to talk about this. 1670, reduction to chattel labor status. Bacon's Rebellion. Revisal of Virginia laws. Sean. Okay, this is the outline of the chapters. Next one. And again, the appendices. And see, he's getting into maroon communities, the bond labor system, the ruling class decision. Now, when we did these new books, I should tell you, when I encourage people to get them, they've got new introductions, they've got new additional appendices that I put in there, background on his thought and what he's doing. But what they also have, each volume has a 25-page study guide so you can get through them, because these are not easy to get through. And there's greatly expanded indexes which also get into the notes. So the purpose of doing this was so you could really get into, and look, you want to look up maroon societies, here's all the pages, things like that. All right, going on.